Yo, Internet, what's good? Welcome back to another episode of the John Grave Show. Yeah, I can't go a second without stuttering all over that. but yeah. Last time we left off, I got basically everything that I needed to get past this area and make my way to save Sherry at the very least. So I'm about to head over there and do that. So yeah. So yesterday, like after I posted the video and I woke up, I actually decided
Thank
to,
God. The key card.
I actually decided to look into a little bit of a few other programs, such as some operating systems and programs and whatnot. And I fell on OBS because I've been hearing really good things about it. Bad thing is though is that there are two different versions of OBS. Like you have OBS, which is the which one is for, I think it's for well, not necessarily for streaming, but at the very least, well, they're both for streaming, but one is for, what was it, it kind of has themes and everything in between, and you really don't have to worry so much about actually building everything. You can just go get a free theme, put it on, or you can do the traditional one, in which that you would just build everything yourself, and then you get your own thumbnails, your own backgrounds, and everything. I mean, they're one in the. I mean, they're one and the same. Just the setup is a little different. Yeah, but like, yeah, I'll touch back on that in a second.
In the neighborhood, you'll find it.
Sherry all right?
For now.
I swear, you bastard, if you hurt her.
You know, for as much as the original Chief Irons,
Stupid kid. If you just hadn't dropped that fucking thing, I could let you go.
Don't worry, Sherry. It'll be all over soon.
you know, it's
There has to
crazy.
be a way out of here.
Everything about him in this game, like, it's not necessary. I mean, sure, like the original him being subtly evil, yeah, like that one was something, but you could kind of always see that he wasn't wrapped too tight. It's kind of interesting in this one, like that they do add one interesting thing to his character, which actually kind of makes him surprisingly a little bit more insane, if I do say so myself. Is that is that is that he actually just oozes like distrust. Wait, this is supposed to be the first one. This is supposed to be the first one. Yeah, this puzzle gives me a headache because the first time I did it, I actually got it down like right at the start, and then after that, like every other time that I have tried to do this puzzle, like it has just been giving me headaches. Okay, so oh yeah, there we go. Then this one's circle on top, star, bam. Then this one's supposed to be, yeah, it's supposed to be in triangle there, triangle star, but yeah, square, circle, triangle, star. At least that's, oh wait, this one's supposed to be a star. I gotta look at all these. So yeah, this may take me a while. No, that one's fine. This one's, yeah, this one has no triangle there. Which is really annoying. Okay, Square circle. That's your square. Okay, good. Oh man, do I hate this puzzle? Well, I don't really hate it. It's just most of the time, like actually trying to do it, it's a little bit too hit and miss. It's very hit and miss. Yeah. Okay, I'll try you then, because they all end in squares, so it doesn't really matter there. Okay, got it. But sorry about that. Yeah, I lost a few minutes there. But normally, like, I look at the Chief Irons thing, and yeah, originally he wasn't wrapped too tight, but in this one, yeah, you kind of see that. So you kind of see that violent nature he has, like a lot more often than what you originally did. You know, because it only kind of comes out for a second in the original, like when like once you find like his little secret dungeon and whatnot, and he's like, oh yeah, so like oh yeah man, like town owner's gonna die and everything else, like everybody's this and that, and I was paid off, you know, all that crazy stuff. So it's really interesting. But for this one, he's really threatening, or at the very least he's super evil. Now yeah, I'm gonna talk about that in a second. But back to the operating system, OBS. It's surprisingly really fun to use.
That must be the door out of here.
I mean, because you can also use it to record gameplay. You can just do live streams with it. You can even use it to record like regular interactions between you and other people, which is actually really cool.
It's him.
You know, I don't have to worry about too many operating systems and whatnot. The only thing that I would have to worry about is the audio, getting microphones and whatnot, because it's one of the few operating systems that you actually need a good microphone
Where you going,
for.
Sherry? I told you to stay put.
Yeah, he said, yeah, this is what I was talking about with him being threatening.
Learn to listen.
Leave me alone. Just please.
Time to teach some manners.
Manners? I don't know why she would need manners for that.
You little bitch!
Unless it's just, I need you to listen to me.
Ah, you little shit! You hear?
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm going to get out of here. Also, there was another thing that I wanted to talk about. Specifically with what happened at Evo. Now I know that I'm not a guy who's in the FGC. I would like, I kind of have to take some steps to kind of join it. But recently, like when they were doing a Japan stream, they got a few of the softcore porn girls to get on stream, and basically, man, like when they were talking about the gameplay, and like it was during the Dead or Alive 6 stream, they were showing off like gameplay and everything else. But then they kind of showed these two girls and whatnot, like bouncing around, so like these two softcore girls and whatnot, like just having a time of their life, you know, talking about the games and whatnot. You know what I mean? You know, and for what I saw, specifically, like they were like smacking asses and jiggling titties and whatnot, and I'm like, not bad, you know what I mean? And then afterwards, like when they got to a lot of the gameplay and whatnot, or at least like when they got to the photo mode, they actually started to kind of like do a whole bunch of close-ups and whatnot upon, you know, a few of the naughty bits and whatnot. And I think that's when they cut the stream, and everybody was and they were going like well now we have to apologize because, you know, like because they cut the stream and was like, yeah, like this doesn't like hold our core values and whatnot, which led to literally the biggest joke in the FGC, because it's like, when you think about it, it's like core values. I mean, yeah, man, like I have them, but it's like, you know, games like Mortal Kombat exist, and that they're showing that game off. I mean, people like put out a whole bunch of loot. I mean, people sell a whole bunch of loot products at Evo, so it really doesn't make much sense for that, other than, you know, the guy making it going effing crazy.
It burns!
Well, that saved me. Yeah. He went to go wash his face. But, that is literally just one of the things that I just didn't understand. Unless it's just like the guy who runs Evo. He just doesn't like dead or alive from what I hear. And I'm like, that's kind of silly. You know. Other than that, though, you know what I mean? It's like, it's whatever. Even though I know that this door is technically never gonna open. A few of the moments in this game just don't make sense to me, because the way that I just went over there and hid earlier, that spot was open, unless a ghost like just opened up, like just moved that thing over. Because as far as I know, like, these are the only two people like in this place, or at least like in this area. But you know.
Game is over. Now you're in trouble.
Let me go!
But yeah, like, that's the craziest thing to me. It's like, hey man, like, man, Dead or Alive is a game that is exclusively, mostly, yeah, fighting, but titties and ass. Not really a problem for me, you know. I mean, you know, like, judging based on the tweets and whatnot, it's like, hey man, you know, it's like, this is da da da. And it's like, I know my core values are, dude. Love that shit. But, you know,
What are you talking about?
honestly, I say give those two girls a follow, because, you know, I mean, it's crazy because the Evo USA thing, it went down, but then the Japan one is still up. So, honestly, I don't even know how this is a problem anyway, because it's like, have they watched anime? There's an anime out there that's called Grenadier, that is basically female Trigun, and basically the girl like reloads her gun by like releasing bullets from her titties and shit. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, the game series Seren Kagura exists. Like, have they seen the mods for this game specifically? It's like, people do not care about, like, you know, quote unquote core values. I think we know what those are, but, you know, like, that's just my thoughts on the matter, though. So, because it's like, that's a bit extreme for something that's not all that bad. But what do I know? Bring that just in case. Don't need that. Technically, it's fine. Yeah, I'll take all that. But, you know, like, that's what that is specifically, but it's not too bad. But literally though, like, the more that I do think about it, I'm like, oh, isn't that crazy? But back to Resident Evil talk, you know. So once I get out of here, like, I'm basically done. It's an item that I don't know how I should feel about it, because specifically I don't really need it, because it doesn't do anything. I mean, I know that it does something, yeah. You know, it keeps the shot trajectory looking good, which again isn't a bad thing, but it's kind of bad. Oh yeah, there's also another thing, like, with this area that I kind of wanted to talk about. Which kind of led me to either believe that either Claire left first, first. I mean that Claire left this spot first, and it's the guy who's chasing me like at the moment. All right, and it is specifically that when Leon first gets down here, right? Just dogs. Okay. Now it's a possibility that you know, Mr. X here killed all of the dogs while following Claire here, which would mean that he followed her out and then came back. You know, because the gate obviously it goes down after a while, but it makes perfect sense for a certain someone. Come on, man. Back up. Oh yeah, man. He doesn't follow me here, so that's a good thing. Yeah, this gun's better. Yeah, man, this gun's better. Even though it's really bad, but you know. Oh man, I want my knife back. That's all I want is just my knife back. Yeah, so now this gun is useless. Yeah, and that's what I really need. Well, that gun was always useless, but
Looks like the only way forward.
But yeah, the orphanage is a brand new area. At least coming this way and leading off to where Sherry is. You know, if you played the original, like these two areas were basically one and the same. Like leaving the gun shop and then coming here. Even this zombie and what she's wearing. There you go, sweetheart. But everything in between though. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, with Mr. X chasing her here and then turning around, it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense for him to go back and try and chase after Leon, because you know Leon was at that point dealing with Ben. So he came over here, he chased Claire, then went back and started dealing with Ben. However, you know, like when he got hit by the truck and whatnot, which would mean that Leon took a separate way. Which would mean that Leon would have taken the other way around, which would mean that once he got hit by the truck, he came back and he started chasing Claire again, which leads to this part here. Yeah, I'm trying my best to get through this without actually using a lot of my big ammo, or at least using the infinite weapon. Thank you. Technically, I don't have to kill him, but it's all good. Okay, there we go. But leading on to this place would mean that went back, chased there, went after Leon. Leon went into the sewers, left the police station, and then came here.
Hang on, Sherry.
Now this is just me kind of piecing things together because I'm like, they did do Mr. X really well, because you can clearly see it, because they put way more time into that guy than they did anything else. Birkin, it kind of seems though that they went like that they went the anti route with Birkin, because of the fact of that Birkin actually, what was it? Birkin actually, I think he had 7 modes, but like they took, but they narrowed it down to 2, because 2 of his forms, like, well, wait, I think they do count those as the 1 and 2. There's 1 and 2. Yeah, there's 1, 2. Then there's when he transforms again, like 4 and 5. and then when you fight him like on the train, 6, and then the last time you deal with him like when you're on the train is 7.
Took too long.
Get off me!
See, technically, see, this is the one that kind of threw me off a bit, because it's like, I understand what his goal was, but I think, I mean, like, in terms of getting Sherry and everything else, but I think his goal was to use Sherry as a hostage, or at the very least, get the pendant and then use that as leverage against William and Annette. Because that seems like what he was planning on doing. Especially since that they gave him the backstory of actually running this orphanage, in which that they were using it to do a Promised Neverland and take children and then give them to Umbrella for testing.
Don't stop!
I'm sorry, Sherry, but I gotta leave you.
Keep going. Sherry, come on.
There we go. But yeah, this is what I was talking about. It's like he chases her from the police station, then Leon, then back to her, and then runs into Birkin. Yeah. So yeah, this one's mode 3. Where the second head grows in. Now, you see that big hole like in his body? You see that big hole in Mr. X's body? He didn't have that when he was chasing Leon. Now, this is a plausible reason for him to get into the sewers. However, with that big hole like in his torso, I'm not sure if tyrants can heal from that. Because, well, actually they probably can't.
Wake up!
Because like wait, he can't. Because when you fight him when he's Leon, like he's actually missing his jaw.
Wake up.
So if he tore a big hole like in his body like that, then hey, he's over with.
Not infected.
Now this part's kind of tricky because it's like I'm not sure who ran into Annette first, but it seems but everything in the game is pointing to Claire's first.
Do you know Sherry?
It's an impressive display of strength.
What happened to her?
We have to assess the situation.
Who are you? I'm Claire.
I didn't foresee this.
Excuse me. Where is she? Hello?
What?
Where's
Oh,
she?
Annette. Tell me, what happened to William?
I don't know. Who's that?
The creature responsible for this.
What? Can you help me find Sherry?
Seems to be evolving much faster than expected.
Where are you going?
Look, I don't have time to play 20 questions. Everything's under control.
I need to find Sherry.
My daughter is not your concern.
Sherry's daughter?
Oh yeah, so that means that she probably went through here to deal with both Leon and Ada over there. So yeah, it goes back and forth. They're these moments they are connected. So for right now, I don't need that. Don't need that. Thing that I do need, on the other hand, though, is that I need to get rid of like that. I need to get rid of this. Yeah, I'm just going through habit now. But yeah, like that is what that is, though. But so that was Annette, and honestly, I kind of like the changes there. She was a bit more gung-ho super mom in the original one, willing man to pull guns and ask questions second, which is very interesting from the contrast of her knowing that of her knowing that uh, Ada was a spy and whatnot, or at the very least used, or in a more proper sense, she was a mercenary sent to steal the G virus and everything. Versus in this one, you
Can you
know,
hear me?
she was actually more worried about Sherry, like in the original, you know, cause like Sherry's down here, and then like William's here too, and she knew what he was for, or at least like what needed to be done for the virus, or at least like for the next step of the virus. So she was a bit more worried about Sherry then. Whereas that in this new one, she seems really content on destroying the G virus and taking it down,
Here?
which I don't find to be too much of a problem. It's just the fact of like that, you know, two people I mean, especially for Claire, like kind of really doesn't know what's exactly going on and everything. You know, she's a lot more forthcoming with like you don't need to know who her daughter is and everything. When it's like, ugh, like where is Sherry? Like this and that, like you know. And she's not really thinking clearly, which clearly is leading to a problem. At this point, I'm kind of just piecing everything together, though. Yeah, crap. Yeah, man, this gun really is good for leg shots. But that's about it though. However, you know, it's like with Sherry being down here and her getting infected, something that we didn't see, you know.
What is this?
Sherry, I told you I cannot leave here until my work is done. That's what you always say.
Which means that
Why didn't you stay in the house? It was safe there.
this means that she ran over there. She was dealing with like she didn't run into Ada
Those
yet.
things were everywhere, and
You should have called the police. That's what we taught you.
I did, but nobody came, and you didn't answer your phone, so...
Sherry, I don't have time for this.
Oh no. Sherry! Sherry, I'm coming! Hold on, Sherry. I'll be right
Such
there.
a weird conversation like they tried to remix, because if I remember correctly in the original conversation it was they asked, I mean like they both told Sherry to go to the police station if anything happened, and she said that she did. It was Claire who said that we told our daughter to go to the police station, and Claire told her that the police station was infested with zombies. And then that's when Annette was like, oh no, it's like zombies, like I had no idea, you know, like that kind of thing, you know. Whereas in this one, it's more or less just like, I told you to call the police if anything happens, you know. But then that would imply that Annette doesn't realize that the entire town is infested with zombies at the moment. Like that's what that tells me, is like that she didn't know that the T virus had actually spread amongst the town, and she thought that the biggest problem that she had to deal with was just William, even though that's not necessarily the case, because you know, I mean like there are zombies down here, even like say like even in the sewer. I'll go get that. So I think I gotta go back to the police station for one more item. Wait, is there one more item at the police station I have to get? First aid sprays, blah blah blah. Oh yeah, that's right, the second pack. Like that's about it. Everything else, I could take it or leave it. It's just green herbs and oh yeah, that's right. I gotta go back to Wesker's desk to get the best item, But oh boy. 2, 12. Stop on 8. There we go. But I gotta go back for the two best items of all, the best picture of all, and also the best gun of all. I mean, the best gun attachments of all, because they're all always associated with that room. I don't think this gun will ever destroy heads. I don't think it ever will. However, it's really good for blowing off limbs. Thus you can just knife zombies to death. I literally think that is the only option. I mean, like the only use for this weapon. However, that does come with its own bag of consequences and can of worms. It's like blowing off the heads. Actually, I've kind of been saying this wrong for like the longest while now, of Claire having the better weaponry for dealing with bosses. Literally, Claire's weaponry is not really good for handling too many situations all that well. I mean, Leon's weaponry obviously is well suited to take on just about every enemy in the game. You know, like the shotgun's powerful, the Magnum is powerful, even his handgun is powerful. You know, like of those three weapons he has, even the flamethrower, like I put that on full display like in the previous videos. Is that the flamethrower itself, like just based on how much ammo it has, it's a real problem solver, like that can take things it's a real problem solver. It can just take things out like in the quarter of a second. You know. However, her weaponry is more or less like to hold off, because her handgun really like it's a good handgun, you know, but it's not really something that's meant for heavy duty damage. Yeah. Technically, it isn't. Similarly to how like similarly to how this SMG is built, it's not built to basically like just pump bullets like into enemies. It's built to just do a little bit of damage and move on. That was not going to be enough.
Seriously?
I'll just walk up just a little bit. Just a little bit so I can set you both on fire. There we go.
Hell is up with you? Asshole.
Perfect. Okay. That's the end of that zombie. Yeah. I laugh now, man, but these bullets are super useful.
Oh no.
Stay down. There we go. End of that headache. Oh boy. Alright. The good thing is that I don't have to deal with Mr. X anymore, like after his say like after his title fight with Mr. X. You know. Which is just a good thing. Bad thing is that I gotta run back through the police station again just to get 2 items. 2 pretty cool items, but still 2 items. Let me try and make this as fast as possible. Okay, so the few items that I do have. Which I don't need that, and I can pull this out. There's 2 red herbs in there, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab those. Oh, I almost forgot. That's super useful. And where you at? There we go. That'd be my problem solver. Just this, and a knife. You know, honestly, this gun probably wouldn't be so bad if I could actually reload it faster. So let's try and make this trip as quick as possible, even though I really want to kill this liquor. Always with their grubby claws. I almost forgot about this gem. Alright. There was another topic that I wanted to talk about, but I forgot all about it. It wasn't the weapons. I talked about Evo, talked about OBS, but it was something else that I really wanted to talk about, but I forgot about. And if I remember, I'll bring it up on the next stream, or the next playthrough. Oh yeah, that's right. I was actually planning on trying out a little test stream with OBS. Oh crap, I forgot. I didn't do the most important thing of all. God. I just came here for this red herb and didn't do the 2 things that I was supposed to do. Just adding extra time onto the clock. Oh boy. Alright. I have about 10 more minutes. So, if I do end the stream, I'm going to end it with me either collecting the last of these items and heading on to fight Birkin, fight Birkin again, which is a headache to do with Claire. Or I'm just going to or I'm gonna reach the 50-minute mark, because yeah, I am coming up I got like about 19 to wait, I have about 10 more minutes to play. So yeah, I'm gonna try and do as best I can there. Technically, these are really the only items that I need. 203 and 208. The rest are pretty useless. What is that? It's like some single action army bullets and a knife, some film, and some gunpowder. I'm fine. I mean, technically, this gun, like, it's not bad, but I really don't like it. Or at least it's not as useful as most other handguns. If I didn't have the DLC guns with me, which I'm not using, is that I would place this gun like just below, like with the only 4 handguns like in the game, between the Matilda, Claire's revolver, this gun, the gun that Leon gets, and I think that's about it. Oh yeah, and that other handgun that Claire gets. I would literally like put this gun like at the bottom. This one. Wait, I put the second run guns like at the bottom. Not that they're terrible, but it's just that they don't feel like that. They pack us like they're not as reliable as what both like Claire's standard handgun or the other one she gets. Like we just saw me use that one, and it looks like since it uses a laser, it looks like it doesn't even use the it doesn't even look like it uses your traditional like firing rate and whatnot. Or what the world you call it? It doesn't use the that's for running, but it doesn't look like it uses this like the little reticle to get smaller. It's like it doesn't. It's like it doesn't even need to use it. It's just. You just get what it gives you. Yeah. I know basically going over here to get these is basically point. Okay. There you go. Because technically I don't want to waste the bullets killing him, so... Try to come in here, get this, and leave. Hey, zombie. That, so now I got a full clip in case I need it. Yep, this is for my next upcoming gun. 1, 2. Yeah, I'm gonna throw away the third thing, so yeah. Oh boy. You know, like jumping into this game again, I kind of played it earlier because I really wanted to test out what you can and can't do when you fight specific enemies and whatnot. You know. But basically, you know what? As of right now, I'm gonna save it right now, and then afterwards, we're gonna pick this up another day because I'm coming really deep on the time, so most likely I'm gonna come up with a few more topics. I feel like I'm getting better at this because I do it every day. Only thing I gotta really worry about now is the background noise. But I do have a brand new setup that I want to try, but trying to stream my PlayStation on my PC, it works, but at the very least it's super annoying. So tomorrow we're gonna try and get through this game as fast as possible, or at least get through the last stretches as fast as possible. So until then, I'll catch you guys on the next Jongravesshow. Please keep watching anime, keep playing video games, and I'll see you next time. I'm out.